Welcome everybody to Extreme Power No Handling Autocross, and today we're dealing with a 1980 Subaru BRAT GL. Now this has a 660 horsepower, 551 pound-feet of torque from a 3.6 litre twin turbocharged flat 6 engine, and the car itself weighs 2,198 pounds. It's got all-wheel drive and it can do 0 to 16 4.524 seconds, 0 to 107 seconds, and do 165 miles an hour. So yeah, plenty of power. Not all that much in terms of weight, has all-wheel drive, but handling-wise is easily one of the weaker cars that we've had on this series, and yeah, it's under 4 handling on the stats, so yeah, this isn't probably going to do all that well, but it should be interesting nonetheless to see how a old all-wheel drive car that doesn't have all that much handling can do, because we've not had that many that are like that, and yeah. I'm not expecting it to be under a minute, but if it is, then yeah, at least it's surpassed my expectations. So let's just see what it can do. So yeah, this car only had 69 horsepower stock. Now it has 660, so yeah, nearly 10 times the power it had originally. So yeah, it's not going to be the best handling car. It's probably going to want to be one of the hardest, in fact, and it's probably the largest gap between stock horsepower and, you know, the horsepower it has now, so yeah, it's going to be a tricky car. As you can see, the suspension is really quite soft, quite wallowy. And the all-wheel drive is going to help in some regards, but it's really not going to be able to overcome lack of grip, lack of good suspension, lack of brakes, so yeah, it's kind of like putting a dog leash on a tiger, quite frankly. One minute 6.433 seconds, so yeah, at least it's not going to be the slowest car we've ever had, but far from being the fastest. Pretty much unable to stop at times. Yeah, those brakes are really rather useless. But then again, it was only ever meant to be on a car that couldn't even do 100 miles an hour, so we're more than able to achieve that on this course. I'll be surprised if we get a clean lap out of this car, to be honest. It's got decent acceleration, that's for sure, and it's getting up to a good rate of speed up here, but it's all at the behest of, you know, stopping in time. So we slightly improved there, 1 minute 6.3 seconds, but only just. The car's not willing to stop, that's for sure. Ow. Well, we caught something there that we've never caught before on a vehicle. That really did slow us down. This is usually one of the hardest cars we've had on this series. It's got every kind of issue you could expect from a car. Oversteer, understeer, bad brakes, bad suspension. So yeah. Well, at least that time we didn't hit that wall. Well, improved there, 1 minute 5.199. Let's see if we can get it ever so slightly quicker. Let's final lap. Not exactly hopeful, to be honest. Stop, please. Brakes are useless. Probably one of the worst brakes we've ever had on this series. See the whole car moving and wallowing though as well when you accelerate. It's not even got all that much power, to be honest. I mean, obviously it has plenty more than it had originally, but for only 660 horsepower, it's causing absolute havoc with everything. Well, there we go, improved at the end, 1 minute 4 seconds, 0.898 seconds. So yeah, like by no means the slowest car that we've had, but neither is it the quickest. It's quicker than the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, the Volvo 1800e and the Jeep Willys MB, but it's slower than the Lancia Stratos, the Renault 5 Turbo, which is from the same year as this, by the way, so that's kind of shows how different these two cars are. The Jaguar XJS, the Nissan Skyline GTS-R and the 1997 Volvo 850R. So yeah, but as far as cars go that are difficult to control, I think only the Reliant Supervan is worse than this, even though obviously this car is quicker than several other vehicles below it. It's probably one of the most difficult cars we've had because yeah, everything was wrong with it. Handling was wrong with it, suspension, brakes, oversteer, understeer. Quite frankly, the only thing that was good about it was the acceleration and the kind of speed it could get up to on the straight, but because the brakes were so awful, you couldn't really exploit that advantage, because you either barreled along in this straight, getting all the acceleration and speed that you could get, and then you ended up not being able to brake in time, or you go a little bit slower, you end up braking in time, but you're not going as quick. So yeah, there's no real advantage to this car whatsoever, and quite frankly I'm surprised it was able to put that kind of time in, considering how awful it really is. So yeah, it's a likeable car stock, but with all this kind of power and with no extra handling upgrades, it is really truly awful. But then again, I guess that's no surprise. You ask for nearly 10 times the power from a car that only had 69 horsepower originally, you're going to end up with a lot of disadvantages, quite frankly. So yeah, no real surprise there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.